너와 나 우리의 여름밤 그 세 글자 네 눈에 떠올라 잠깐만 아니야 떠오른 그 말
Hello and welcome back to another video. This is the book. There is a not for resale sign just because you can choose to have like a preview of it. So that's what I did. So this is the preview of the book. Just quickly to say, I am not going to be having physical copies of the book just because it is a very big book that demands a lot of paper and I prefer keeping it all as an ebook format. But anyway, yes, it is a very big book, although there was a problem with the printing and the font is a lot larger than it's supposed to be, so that's also why it's a lot thicker than it normally is. So I thought I would just talk a little bit about what the book is and why I wrote it as well, because it comes with all of this whole stop motion aspect too, because when I got into stop motion animation, it was very much for my master's degree and it was to explore and heal in a way the inner child, lots of healing, and it was so that I could play with dolls in a way but still create films and ways of expression too. And during the healing of the inner child, I also decided to write this book. So why this book? Basically, I wrote it when I was young, when I was small. I was 12 years old, and I decided to write this book after my mom passed away, and with my family we had to move to China for my dad's job, and it was this sense of feeling alone, or though I am half Chinese, I was at home in France already. Of course, you know, losing a parent as well, there's some weird feelings that comes with that, of course. But that's why, I don't know, when I wrote it the first time when I was small, it was just a cool pirate novel with some romance inside and characters and motherly figures too. For my master's, I decided to rewrite it, to rewrite my inner child's, my younger self's book idea, because I did really enjoy writing it and I did think that there was a lot of potential there at least. For the master's, I rewrote the whole thing. I reread everything I wrote when I was 12 years old, 10 years after having already finished the book, having written it. So I rewrote it for my master's just to kind of a process of healing the inner child, or finally giving that inner child the opportunity to kind of write something or create something more with what she had created back then. Throughout this journey as well, all the way until now of the release, I had created many little things about the book. So the latest one was The Abandoned, the little short film with this little poem, I guess, that I wrote, that is in the book actually. So that, and then I also had a video of me making, in a way, the main character and how I sort of envisioned her as a stop motion character. I also made the boat as well. I also made the book cover. So this book cover, although it's a bit blurry, this isn't how I imagine it. Again, this is a rough copy, it's the first copy that I got. But I made the book cover too for this other video that I posted maybe 2 years ago now. So it was an ongoing process. So the story is about a pirate, Gabriella Levine, who's a very baleful pirate. She is very strong, and she comes from this ship called Celine with a captain there, and they all get along very well. They're like a family, right? A family, pirate family. But one day during a heist, something goes wrong. It's a heist on an island, a very wealthy island. Something goes wrong, and she gets seduced by the Duke of the island. Right? There you have your little romance. And she ends up staying the night due to being completely swept up by him and a little bit intoxicated. Finally, when she wakes up, she realizes that the ship is gone and they had abandoned her. And she is left on an island that had been robbed and where people were killed by her crew. She's left on that island to kind of fend for herself because there's no boats, no way out in a way. So the Duke finds out who she is and decides to take her in. And it's basically their romance and her trying to figure out how to live in this sort of a ball gown, posh society, where she's a pirate. And at the end of this little thing, it's written, several suppressed emotions and obstacles threaten her security, including balls, ample gowns, snobby aristocrats, murder, and the heartbreaking call of the waves. But the Duke and pirate become blinded by their suppressed yet burgeoning love, as many unpredictable consequences unravel, just like a pirate's life at sea. I don't know, I really enjoyed it. It was a fun thing to write, and if nothing comes of this, if only 2 of you read it or anything like that, that would still mean so much, and it was just such a nice process, and I'm really happy with it. So yeah. So something that I had noticed when rewriting this book is all the themes that were so revealing to how I was feeling when I was 12 years old. So moving to a different country after having finally settled in, losing friends and losing a parent as well, all of these things, and not really being accepted in the new school that I was in. All of these things contribute very much to the book and the themes within it. So a pirate who is lost on an island with people that she can't really relate to and is feeling alone. Then finding a Duke who kind of helps her. That's maybe something that I was searching for, at least. There are mother figures within this book as well, very much revealing as to what I wanted, and she was torn away from the boat. Her mom and sister are on the crew as well, so this idea of being torn away from family was also very present in here, and just a lot of revealing things. And the way it ends too, it's all very, very revealing to who I was as 12 years old. I did add things and make things, of course, more complicated. If you were to read the original text for this book, it's pretty unreadable. It's on a notepad format. Not even in Word document, notepad format, and so many mistakes, so many mistakes. But it was fun to read, and it's sweet as well to kind of see the growth. I think there probably are some spelling mistakes here too. I did have it proofread a couple of times as well. So there shouldn't be too many. I hope there are none, actually. Yeah. That's it, really. I just wanted to introduce this and say that you can order it as an ebook down there. I'm not sure about pricing or anything. This is my first time, so they suggested some prices and I just chose a price. Maybe lower the price later on, I'm not sure. Just to introduce that and to kind of show all these videos as well that I had created for this process of writing the book. And I don't know, I could see it. If I had the money and the budget and just free time, I would definitely make this into a stop motion animation film. I think it could be really cool, really sweet for younger generations, but also mainly older generations, because it does get quite dark. Yeah, I would definitely say teenager and adults, maybe not so much younger people. But yes, I wrote a book.